This is multiplying matrices with different dimensions. We have matrix R, which is a 4 by 3, and we have matrix P, which is a 3 by 1. So let's make sure we can multiply these first. Looking at the dimensions of R, 4 by 3, and comparing it to P, which is 3 by 1. You see that the inner dimensions are both 3. Check, we can multiply it. Looking at the outer dimensions, we have 4 and we have 1. So the answer is going to be a 4 by 1. 4 rows, 1 column. So when we're multiplying our matrices, we multiply the first column by the first row. And then we multiply the second column by the second row, and the third column by the third row. So the way we're going to do this first is we're going to do these in rows, so it's easier to write. So we're going to multiply the first column by the first row, which is an 8 and a 5. So we have 8 times 5. And to that we're going to add the first element in the second column to the element in the second row of P, which is a 4 times 3. And then to those two, 8 times 5 plus 4 times 3, we're going to add the third element, the first element in the third column to the first element in the third row, which gives us a 5 times 1. Okay. So then we're going to do the same thing for each row. So then we have our second row, we're going to multiply again by the column of 5, 3, and 1. So that's 6 times 5 plus 3 times 3 plus 7 times 1. Okay, now is the third row of the first matrix times each row in P. So we have 5 times 5 plus 7 times 3 plus 3 times 1. And then the last row of R, we're going to multiply by each row in P again. So we get 7 times 5 plus 5 times 5 plus 4 times 1. So if you notice in the columns of each of our, in each column of our answer matrix, the first column's all multiplied by 5, the second's all by 3, and the last is all by 1. So now let's multiply and add these together, basically just simplify. So the first row is 8 times 5, which gives us 40, plus 12 plus 5. The second one, 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 times 3 is 9, plus 7 times 1 is 7. The third row, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 21, plus 3. And the last row is 7 times 5, which is 35, plus 25, plus 4. And the final step is to find the sums of all these. So remember, our matrix is a 4 by 1. 4 rows, 1 column. So 40 plus 12 plus 5 gives us 57. So the first row is 57. Second, write that a little bit smaller. Second row is 30 plus 9 plus 7, which would give us 46. Third row, 25 plus 21 plus 23, 49. And last but not least is 35 plus 25 plus 4, which gives us 54. So that is the solution to multiplying these two matrices. We have a 4 by 3 times a 3 by 1.